Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new on this channel, you are welcome, and please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. And to all my returning subscribers, I'm saying a very big thank you. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to make this pencil skirt. And then for pencil skirt, the basic measurements that we'll be using is the waist length and the hip measurement. So as you can see, the material is folded into two, and the new line you are seeing now will serve as our waistline. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to mark the hip line, and from the waistline to the hip line I'll be working with 8 inches measurement. So I've marked the 8 inches. I'm just going to draw a straight line for the hip line. And then after that, the next thing I'll be working on is the length. So the length is 24. I'll be adding another 1.5 inches for the allowance. So after that, the next we'll be working on is the waist measurement. So I'm going to divide the waist measurement by 4. And then I'm going to add another 1 inches, which is for the that. And then I will be adding another 2 inches for the sewing allowance. So after doing that, I will go to the hip line, and then I will divide my hip circumference by 4, and then add another 2 inches sewing allowance. So now for the bottom part of the skirt, I'll be subtracting 4 inches from my hip measurement so that it can give it a pencil shape at the bottom of the skirt. So the next thing is just to connect all those points together, the bottom point, the hip, and the waist. Then I'll connect everything together with my chalk as I'm doing right now. So then after that, I'll just take my scissors and cut it out. So now I'm going to work on the waistband. So the skirt is going to have 2 inches waistband. So what I'm doing now is to subtract the 2 inches from the skirt, because we'll be using it for the band later. So I'm marking 2 inches now. Then I'll use my ruler to connect the points together so that our cutting can be straight. So what I'm doing now is just to draw my straight line, and then after that I will take my scissors and I will cut out that part that we won't be using again. So now the next thing I'll be working on is the dart measurement. So I measure 4 inches from there, and I just mark it there. And then what I'm going to do next is just to mark 1/2 inches on each side for the dart. Just like I'm doing now, I'll mark the 1/2 inches on each side. So the next thing is to mark 2 inches up from the waist, from the hip line upward. So that 2 inches, that point is where the dart is going to end. So it's just like 2 inches upward from the hip line. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to connect the points together. So I'll firstly draw the straight line for the middle of the dart, and then the other 1/2 inches I will connect them to that same point for the dart. So now after that, the next thing I'll be working on is the back. So basically we are done with the front piece of the skirt. So for the back, I'll just place the front piece on the piece of the material, and then I will add extra 2 inches for the zip allowance. As you see that I'm doing now is the 2 inches that we'll be using for our zip allowance and then opening at the back of the skirt. So I'm just going to mark my straight line with my ruler. And then you see I'm cutting it out. So basically for the back, you just need to like place the front piece on top of the fabric and then trim it out. The only difference is that I added another 2 inches extra allowance for the zip. So after that, I'm just going to notch the hip line. Same thing I did on the front piece, I'm doing the same thing on the back piece. And then I'm going to mark a straight line for the hip line. So after that, I'll be working on the back dart. So you see I'm marking the half inches like I did for the front part, but for this one we didn't go up by 2 inches. I went up by 1 inches because it's the dart for the back skirt, so it's usually longer than the front. So I'm just going to connect everything together like what I'm doing now. So basically we are done with the back piece also. It's very easy. I'm trying to make this as very easy as possible. So the next thing I'll be working on is the front piece. So I'll go in there by half an inch and then I connect it back. It's just like a slant so it can give it a shape in the front of the skirt, just on the waistline. Then I'll just trim it out. So basically that's all about the front piece of the skirt. You see how it looks. I'm sorry, the owner of this skirt is a little bit, like the hip side is bigger. That's why you see that the hip is bigger, way bigger than the waist. So now you see I already chalk out the exact measurements. The allowance you are seeing is the stitching allowance. So I'm going to join them on this line. I'm going to join the skirt together on this line. But the first thing I will be doing is to join the back and then leave my zipper allowance, join the back and open the slit. And then after that, I'll work on the dart and then join the sides together. So now this piece is for the waistband. Like I told you earlier that this skirt will be having a waistband. So this is the waistband. It's just a very straight pieces of material. Then I fold it into 2. And then after joining the skirt, I'll be attaching the waistband to the skirt before attaching the zip to the skirt. So after that, the next thing is the other 1.5 inches that we added before. So the mark I'm drawing now will be like the folding allowance for the skirt, for the bottom of the skirt. So what I'm doing is just to place a notch on it, and then that's all about cutting the skirt. So the next thing is just to take it to the sewing machine and secure the back, and then secure the dart, and then after that I will join the sides together. I will join both the front and the back piece together, like what I'm showing you right now. So basically that's all about the skirt. I'm sorry I didn't record while I was joining the skirt together. I thought I was recording, but I didn't record. So if you find this video very helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can share, like, and if you have any question, you can ask me at the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.